Texas cop charged after shooting 17-year-old at McDonald's.
Eric had no idea that this burger would be the last burger of his life. Because of one small mistake, the teenager ended up in a hospital bed battling to survive in this brutal world. His family was inconsolable when they heard the news that their beloved child was shot not once, but 5 times. The cop did not follow the protocol and reacted on his own accord, for which he had to pay a price. The unfortunate incident took place when San Antonio police officer James Brennand got a phone call. The caller reported some kind of disturbance at McDonald's, and the policeman reached the location to investigate. James spotted a vehicle which looked similar to him, then he realized that this car was reported stolen and had fled from him the day before. So without wasting any more time, the police officer approached the vehicle, which he believed was heisted, and opened the door. Eric, a 17-year-old teenager, was sitting inside and eating his burger peacefully. He was stunned by the policeman's action. The boy began to panic as he had no idea what was going on. Former police official James Brennand asked the kid to step out of the car, but Eric did the opposite. The teenager began to reverse his car, and according to the cop, the car hit him during the process. James immediately took out his gun and began to fire. He shot 10 times at the car while it was driving away. A few seconds later, he put his gun back and began to chase the vehicle on foot. The worst part was that Eric wasn't alone. There was a girl of the same age in the passenger seat. Fortunately, she was unharmed, but the teenage boy had to be taken to the hospital. According to Eric's family, who gave their first public statement, 4 bullets had to be removed from the victim's body, and the teenager also suffered pneumonia in the hospital. One can only imagine the pain the family had to go through after seeing their beloved son struggling for his life. The whole episode was recorded on body cam footage and it became the headline all around Texas. While the 17-year-old was still in critical condition, James Brennand turned himself in Tuesday night on 2 charges of aggravated assault by a public servant. He was released at 4:03 a.m. CT after posting a $100,000 bond for each count, the sheriff's office said. The San Antonio Police Chief William McManus, the shooting that took place on 2 October was a failure for one individual police officer, and his actions violated department tactics, training and procedures. Brennand was a probationary officer with 7 months of experience and had turned himself in after the incident. He refused to give any comment. Even his law enforcement advocacy group that represented James Brennand sealed their mouth. In an interview, the chief personally visited the shootout site and examined the whole situation. "You can tell by looking at the vehicles, which way the vehicle is moving when the shots are fired, and this vehicle, it was very telling to me, that this vehicle was moving away from the officer and moving parallel with the officer, so it was pretty clear to me at that point that we were going to have an issue," McManus said. He further added that the video was horrific and anybody could have concluded that the shooting wasn't justified. McManus said department policy prohibits officers from shooting at moving vehicles unless their life or someone else's life is in immediate threat. The teenager, Cantu, was initially charged with evading detention in a vehicle and assaulting the officer after Brennand claimed he was struck by the door of the car as the teen backed up. But Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez later said in a statement that the facts and evidence we have received so far led us to reject the charges against Eric Cantu for further investigation. In a statement, Cantu's family, through his attorney, said the teenager is on life support and fighting to stay alive. "We thank you for the heartfelt thoughts on the status of Eric's recovery. We will inform you that he's still in critical condition and literally fighting for his life every minute of the day as his body has endured a tremendous amount of trauma," Cantu's attorney, Brian Powers, said. "He is still on life support. We need all the blessings we can receive at his time. We kindly ask for privacy beyond this update as this is a delicate moment in our lives and we are focusing on one thing and that's getting him home." The teen's mother, Victoria Casares, said Cantu was wounded in his stomach, diaphragm, lungs, liver and arm. His father said he had to be cut from the middle of his chest to his stomach at the hospital. Casares said she wants to see additional charges against him, including attempted assassination. "There's more to it that is so disheartening to watch, to experience, and there needs to be something done about that," she said, telling reporters there was more body camera footage that has not been released to the public. Multiple family members spoke at Tuesday's press conference, including in Spanish. A leader from LULAC, the League of United Latino American Citizens, also spoke and demanded justice from the San Antonio Police Department.